Trev's Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. That's too sweet. Anyway, continuing on with my 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs predictions. And we did the East, so it's only logical that we move on to the Western Conference. Now, unlike the East, other than maybe one or two series in this whole Western Conference, this one could be not nearly as physical, I would think. I'll explain more as I get into it, but on paper, there's really only two matchups in this entire quarterfinal for the Western Conference that really might grab your attention. The rest might just be walkthroughs. But either way, I'm going to give you my predictions for the Western Conference quarterfinals, and I'll even throw in my wife's predictions too, just because it's nice to have a comparison between myself and somebody else's. You don't have to agree with my picks, you don't have to disagree with them, but you have to realize they are my predictions. But you are welcome to join in with yours if you want to. Either way, it's worth talking about. So let's talk about it. Alright, so starting off on the central side of things, and we're going to start off with your President's Trophy champs, the Colorado Avalanche, versus the LA Kings. Now I think for LA, they're probably just happy they're not playing the Oilers. And I think maybe they're also happy that Ken Holland was able to just squeak them in. I mean, I'm not going to lie. After they fired Hiller, I thought that was season over for the Kings. But I think the motivation of giving Kopitar one last run and see if they could at least make some kind of a splash while they still had a, I would say, productive Drew Doughty, on top of picking up Panarin, was a highlight enough, at least good enough to get them in. Unfortunately for the Kings, though, they are playing the President's Trophy champs. And we've talked about the Avalanche and how stingy of a defense they are, and that speaks wonders when you have either Wedgwood or Blackwood or both in the net, with Taves and McCarr in front of them too, plus your full forward core. I mean, between McKinnon, Nietzsche's, Landeskog, there's a whole bunch of things you got to shut down for the Avalanche. If the Kings can manage to do that, shut out one or two or all of that, and still be a productive team, they got a good thing going for them. But between myself and my wife's a little biased, she's an Avalanche fan, between the two of us, we just don't see LA getting any further than maybe one win in this series. So Trev's wife is calling it Colorado in 5. Trev's calling it Colorado in 4. Trev's picking this one to be the only sweep of the quarterfinals. Moving on to the Dallas Stars versus the Minnesota Wild. Now this one is going to be a physical series. And it's almost sad that this one is a quarterfinals matchup. This would be a great semifinals matchup or a great conference finals matchup. Either one would do. Now for the Stars, they're loaded. On paper, on the ice, they're loaded. Between J-Rob, Johnson, Heiskanen, Rantanen, and Ottinger in net, the same team that's made the Western Conference Finals 3 years in a row, it's kind of hard to see them deviating from that path, even if circumstances are much different now than they have been in the last 3 years. At the same time, you can't rule out Minnesota at all. I mean, they've built themselves into a solid working team between Hughes, Kaprizov, Boldy, and depending on where they want to go in net, if it'll be Wallstedt or if it'll be Gustafsson, you could turn to either one and be confident in it. The shame, I said, though, in the beginning, because these two teams know each other so well, because they were so close to each other in the regular season, this could be a matter of a goal per game wins the difference. And that's why I think this series is going to go far. The wife's reasoning is simple. She just doesn't like Minnesota, period. So for her, of course, she's going to say Dallas in 6. But for me, I want to see this one go a full 7. I think this one will be physical, intense. It might not be high scoring. It might just be a matter of 1-goal wins or 2-goal wins. But this would be a great series all the same. I hope it goes to 7. Moving on to the Pacific side, we got the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Utah Mammoth. Now, this one should be very interesting. I mean, Utah is the wild card team in here, taking on the Pacific Division champs and the Golden Knights. When if it was a 1v8 thing, Utah would be right up there. I mean, In terms of regular season stats alone, the Mammoth would have no problem keeping up with the Golden Knights. But Vegas does play in a weak division. Utah does not. And for Utah, a lot of the players on this team are making the playoffs for the first time. Clayton Keller, Dylan Gunther, Logan Cooley, Karel Vejmelka, it's all their first time in a playoff. Whereas Vegas has the experience of guys who have made the playoffs, with guys who have won the cup with the team. Talking about guys like Jack Eichel. Mitch Marner's been in the playoffs. Thomas Hertl's been in the playoffs. Plus, they have John Tortorella behind the bench. There's no reason to think Vegas can't come out on top. And this is where the wife and I actually disagree on a series. She's going the upset. She's going Utah in 7. I'm going Vegas in 5. So I got a keen interest on this one just to see how it turns out. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't love a good upset either. I just don't think this is the series to do it. And finishing up the Western Conference, we got the Edmonton Oilers versus the Anaheim Ducks. Now for the Oilers, the 2-time Western Conference champs, they're probably feeling the same thing LA's feeling. At least we're not playing LA. But they are still playing a California team in the Anaheim Ducks. An Anaheim Ducks team where the core of the players, like Utah, are playing in their first playoffs. Guys like Leo Carlsson, Cutter Gauthier, Lucas Dostal, Oling Zellweger, and Jackson Lacombe, they're great players, don't get me wrong. But first time in the playoffs, I could see the deer in the headlights syndrome coming up. Because they are playing the Oilers. They are playing Connor McDavid. Once Draisaitl's healthy, even back in the lineup, they're playing Draisaitl. And that's just the tip of the forward iceberg. I mean, you can throw Hyman in there. You could throw Nugent Hopkins in there if you wanted to go offensive defenseman. You got Bouchard. Biggest question in Edmonton is still, and will be for some time until they actually manage to fix it, the goaltending. I mean, whether they're going with Ingram or whether they're going with Jari, you have to hope they're making the right call in net either way. But again, I think the Oilers will rely on their experience over the youth of the Anaheim Ducks. The wife says the Oilers in 5. I say the Oilers in 6. I'd love to say the Ducks, but again, I'm all for a great upset. I just don't think this is the series to do it. That's my predictions for the Western Conference quarterfinals. Feel free to give me yours. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think me and the wife are out to lunch. Let me know if you think we're right on the money with some of these picks. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. So that's another one of them Trev's hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you're tuning in right to this point. If you've made it to this point, I'm so happy. You've made it to the end, and I'm proud of you for it. I mean, you're helping out the watch time immensely, and helping out the watch time, that's never a bad thing. Helps give this channel eyes on the product. So I'll never say no, but if you've made it to this point, if you're digging what I'm doing, or if you just want to say, hey, dude, I'm all for it, throw me a thumbs up. That thumbs up, along with the watch time, helps that thing that we talk about all the time, the algorithm, helps that out and gives this channel some exposure. And I'll never say no to free exposure. If you really want to, if you haven't done so by now, that red button, that one that says subscribe all over it, come on, you know you want to hit it. I know you want to hit it. The algorithm knows you want to hit it. So why deny yourself a great thing? I mean, it'll make you feel good. It'll make me feel good. And help us push to make that drive to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. To everybody who's jumped on since, thank you very much. I do appreciate your support. And I hope you're here for number 500 and beyond. It'd be a great thing for everybody involved. If you really want to go the extra mile, that link in my description below, that'll take you to my Facebook page. Feel free to join that. I mean, I'd love to watch the numbers build there like I'm watching the numbers build here. I'm on there frequently, whether I'm posting on my own page, whether I'm posting on somebody else's page, whether it's hockey related, music related, whatever it might be. I'm there. So if we run to one another there, that'd be an awesome thing. So moving forward, as far as predictions is concerned, well, the awards nominees are going to be coming out soon. So there's those predictions, but either way, once the quarterfinals is over, I'll give you my semifinal predictions. So be on the lookout for that. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be on the lookout for some Trev. Later.